Today, we'll embark on a journey to better understand and heal your inner critic. We'll start with some words from Dr. Richard Schwartz, who created internal family systems. He said, "None of us are unitary personalities. It is the nature of the mind to have lots of different parts, and those parts are all valuable." An example would be something happens in my life that triggers this critic who's brutal and makes me feel horrible. And that brings up another part that feels young and empty and alone. And that feeling is so distressing that this binge part comes in to get me away from it. The binge part triggers the critic again, who's calling me a pig, on top of the other names. These aren't just little voices or thought patterns or emotions. Those are the manifestations of these parts. If I were to have you focus on one of them, you'd find out that it's a full-range personality that really has a lot to tell you besides the little thought it's giving you. And that it's stuck in an extreme role because of something that happened in your childhood. Over time, we've found out how to help all these parts change and become who they're designed to be. As we've just heard, and as we know, our inner critic can be harsh, triggering feelings such as shame. This part of you might be holding a lot of pain or fear and trying to protect you from those feelings in a way that it learned when you were a child. For example, imagine you had a parent who was very critical, always pointing out what you did wrong or how you didn't measure up. As a child, you might have created your own inner critic to try to stay ahead of that judgment. This part thought, if I can coach you to be exactly what your parent wants, maybe they'll stop criticizing and show you more love. It was a survival strategy. Over time, this coping mechanism turned into a habit and then a personality trait. Essentially, your inner critic has been trying its best to help you in a way it believes works, even though it may now feel harsh and unsustainable. Through guided meditation, we can connect with your inner critic and learn what it's afraid of. By listening, we can uncover why it uses these methods and work with it from our true self, the calm, confident part of us that it didn't have when we were a child. This allows the inner critic to relax, step back, and feel less urgency in its role. Preparing for the meditation. Let's now get ready to talk to our hardworking inner critic. Find a comfortable position. Sit or lie down, keeping your back straight but relaxed. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Breathe in through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Let's aim for a state of relaxed awareness, not sleepy, but open and calm. Take a few more deep breaths at your own pace. If you find yourself becoming sleepy, sit up straight and wiggle your fingers and toes. Rest assured that you can stay connected to your part, even if you have to do this throughout the meditation. Bringing your true self to the fore. As you breathe deeply, picture your true self coming forward. Imagine what you look like as your true self. How do you carry yourself? What kind of place are you in? Allow the qualities of calm, compassion, confidence, and curiosity to fill you, like a warm breeze washing over you. Feel the calmness settling in, the compassion rolling through you, and a deep curiosity about yourself and your parts. You are a confident, safe, welcoming space for all of you to connect. You are your true self. Unblending from parts. As you settle into the calm space of your true self, whether it's a meadow, a forest, or the beach, invite your inner critic to join you. If you feel any resistance or distraction, that's okay. Maybe there's a part of you that wants to leave or rush through the meditation. Gently ask this restless part if it can wait for a little while in a peaceful spot, like sitting under a tree, while you focus on connecting with your inner critic. Remind it that this time will be spent for the good of the whole. If other parts show up, wanting attention, kindly direct them to this special place too. Once you've given those parts a peaceful space to rest, return your attention to calling your inner critic again. Connecting with your inner critic, visualize your inner critic. It might appear as a voice, an image, or a feeling. Take a moment to notice its energy. Does it feel angry, protective, scared? Stay open and curious. You are here to feel, not judge. Throughout the meditation, I will offer you a question, and I will give you some time to talk to your part. There will be spaces in the audio to allow you to connect. Use these moments to talk, to feel, or to receive images from your part. And if nothing appears, that's okay. You may receive an answer in the next meditation, or even as you go about your day. Remember to simply allow the part to respond in its own time, in its own way. Notice any images, memories, or sensations that arise. Perhaps something from your past is surfacing. Or maybe it's something in the present moment that's causing this feeling. Trust that whatever arises is what this anxious part wants you to know. You might not understand its significance immediately. This is a process that requires regular check-ins, similar to parenting a child through a tough moment at school. Think of yourself as the calm and confident self, talking to and supporting your hardworking part through its difficult time. During meditation, feel free to close your eyes and have the conversation play out in your head. Alternatively, grab a pen and paper and jot down notes as you go. Or perhaps a bit of both. You decide which is best for you. You can also pause the video if you want to talk to your inner critic for longer than I have allowed for and use the chapters below. I'll mention now that for some of you, a restless or distracted part may pop up. There are 12 questions to go through, and for some of us that will feel like a lot, but in reality it isn't. So, if a part comes to you, simply ask it to go and sit under the tree. This is not a long meditation, and this work is important. So this is a really good time to practice asking your parts to sit under the tree. These small wins are the work. They are the path to the different life. You can do this now and in your daily life. Questions for the inner critic. Okie doke. Here we go. Question 1. Ask your inner critic, where do you live in my body? Question 2. Ask your inner critic, how old are you? Question 3. Ask your inner critic, what is your name? Ask your inner critic, how do you make me behave? Question 5. Ask your inner critic, what are you trying to accomplish for me? Question 6. Ask your inner critic, how long have you been doing this? Question 7. Ask your inner critic, what was happening in my life when you first took on this role? Question 8. Ask your inner critic, how do you feel about the job you're doing? Question 9. Ask your inner critic, what do you need from me to feel less extreme? Question 10. Ask your inner critic, what are you afraid would happen if you didn't do this job? Question 11. Ask your inner critic, what would you rather do if you didn't have to do this job? Question 12. Ask your inner critic, how can I support you moving forward? thanking your inner critic. You've done incredibly well. You really have. Both of you have. So take a moment to thank your inner critic for sharing with you and for looking after you. Let it know you appreciate its efforts, even if its methods can sometimes feel harsh. Perhaps now ask it how often it would like you to check in and connect. Listen for its response. Unburdening. We've learned so much from our part today. This knowledge is such a crucial step towards unburdening. If now feels like the right time, let your part know that it doesn't have to carry its burden alone. Remind it that it's safe to relax, even if just a little, and that yourself is here to help support the needs it's been carrying. Tell the part that your true self wasn't present when it first emerged, but it is here now, ready to be the main support during challenging moments. You are now filled with confidence, courage, calmness, and clarity, and are better able to captain the ship through rough waters. If the part feels open to it, invite it to release any burdens. You can ask it, would you like to release anything you've been carrying that feels heavy? If the part says yes, imagine it releasing its burdens, burning like logs on a bonfire or crashing like waves on a beach, and then turning to wash back out to sea. Hold your inner critic and whisper any words you might have. Let your inner critic know that you'll check in with it again in the future. Perhaps bring a smile to your face and give it a hug. Returning to the present moment. Take a few breaths, gradually bringing your awareness back to your surroundings. Feel the support of the ground or chair beneath you. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Take a moment to appreciate the connection you made today. Remember, each time you reconnect with your part, you foster healing within. When the part shows up, use a guided meditation to help it work through its feelings. Or plan one for when you can. This helps both you and the part feel more understood and calmer. If you found this meditation helpful, consider subscribing and saving this episode so you can revisit it whenever you need. And if you think someone else might benefit, feel free to share it with them. Until next time, take good care of yourself and your inner family.